Do you ever find yourself freaking out or being super anxious about this person that you're dating is not responding to you, or they're becoming distant, or even having a friend that just takes advantage of you without any regard about your personal well being or your mental health? That is when someone is taking advantage of you and taking your power over you. Don't let yourself become that person, and remember to stand your ground and have strong boundaries with these types of people, because these people do not care about your well being. They only care about themselves, and they only care if you like them. These types of toxic people will at first become your best friend. They will do whatever you want, they will do whatever it takes for you to end up liking them. Once they do have that control over you, they will use it to their advantage. Because once they have the power over you, they can control how you act with them. So whenever they get what they want in the end, they will just discard you. I've dealt with so many types of people like this, whether it's in a relationship or even a friendship. They will find people who are who don't know what they're worth, and they will target them, use them, and then proceed with their own lives. These types of people are terrifying because they don't know what they're doing is wrong. And you need to look out for these people because they can be the sweetest types of people ever. They will give you so much appreciation and love and gifts. And in the end, they probably don't even care about you. All of those things are words. These types of people, they only care if you like them. They don't care if they like you enough. They just want to get you to like them, and then once they're done with it, they're gone. They don't care. They cut you off in the rest of your life. And then they blame it on some dumb excuse. So please don't be caught up in this type of behavior. And I want to talk about like narcissistic tendencies. They definitely have, this is the type of person I was explaining earlier. They have some sense of entitlement where they feel like they have control over someone, and they can take advantage whenever they want to. Eventually, it leads to exploitation of that person. Once they get you to feel safe with them, they will do anything to you, whether it's, can I borrow some money? Can I have your love? When I say, can I have your love, it's kind of a vague topic in relationships. They either use you for love, they either do stuff that acts very loving, and then they just take it away. They just want someone to give their heart to, so then they can do whatever they want with your heart. They typically have a lack of empathy. They will never apologize for anything. And whenever they do, it's probably not sincere, or it's out of guilt. So it's not really an apology. And they just don't handle criticism at all. I remember calling out a narcissist because I don't deal with that behavior. Guess what they did? They became defensive because they don't see what they're doing is wrong. It's really scary how these types of people kind of operate in their normal life. Back then, I had a friend that I didn't see as narcissistic. However, I remember telling her to meet one of my friends on a bus, and this is their first time meeting, by the way. That friend A, told friend B to help her carry her items to her apartment. And it wasn't an easy item. It was like some boxes, a bike, and they were pretty heavy because they were filled with books. And in my head, I was just wondering, like, why are you doing this? You just met this person. And friend B is typically a pushover type of person, and she just allowed it. She just said, yeah, no problem, I can help you. Even though she's a tiny little girl who can't carry those little boxes. But this is what I mean by they target people who kind of don't know their worth and will use them to their advantage. Going back to the topic of not letting people have control over you, remind yourself that you are yourself and set boundaries for yourself. Whether it's with a friend, they cannot take advantage with me. They cannot take advantage of me. If they ask for money and I'm not comfortable giving that money, then I'm not going to give it to you. I won't just do it just because I want them to like me or I'm scared of losing a friend. I will never, never, ever do that. If there's people who ask for money and they don't pay you back or anything, 100% cut them off because they'll never pay you back. Even if you think they will never pay you back. I'm just saying. And whenever you call them out for it, they will most likely get defensive and push it off and kind of delay everything before they actually start to do something about it. So be careful about these types of people. Other than setting strong boundaries, you just have to realize your self-worth. You need to be so emotionally strong. And by being emotionally strong, I mean knowing your self-worth. Knowing that even if this person leaves me, I will still have myself. That person should be adding to your life instead of taking from your life. And that's normally what narcissists do. And if you find yourself making reasons for them to stay in your life, that most likely is probably not a good sign that they're a good friend or a good relationship to be in. If they're causing you so much anxiety or worry, that is you losing power over yourself and giving that power to them. Never allow someone to take that power away from you. Because later on, in a few months, you're going to regret it. You're going to beat yourself up because you would not know why you let someone have that power over you. And then it just becomes an embarrassing moment in your own head, trying to figure out why. And if you're in this position right now, I want you to really sit with yourself and just be compassionate. Don't blame yourself for staying in a situation similar to that. You need to be more happy about it and kind of change your mindset on staying in a bad toxic relationship or friendship. Just remind yourself that I'm a survivor. You're a survivor of a narcissistic friend, not someone to be blamed for. The issue is 100% on them and less on you. So remember that. Do not blame yourself. Once you realize a person is narcissistic and only cares about themselves, you know the steps to take, and it's most likely to cut them off. This will eventually just take back your power, and you're gonna have some doubt a little bit because you don't know. You might seem like the bad person for cutting it off, but in a few months, you actually will be even more proud of yourself, knowing that you got yourself out of the situation. So don't blame yourself ever. You can sit with your emotions, sit with your thoughts, but do not blame yourself. Show compassion for yourself. Once you do that, the world is a better place for you. But I'm really happy that I talked about taking your power back and not giving it to someone else. This has been very apparent in my life recently, and I wanted to share my experience and not let anyone kind of go through what I went through the past month or so. And I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I'm manifesting the best for you guys. Bye.